Hey folks, welcome to the show. Get ready. It's time to eat. Well, folks, the one thing every great salad's got to have is bacon. That's right, bacon. Who doesn't love bacon? Well, if you don't have to use it. I come across this Oscar Mayer. It's cracked black pepper. And you can use any kind of bacon you want, but I come across this the other day, and I've had it, and it's fantastic. They coat the outside of it with black pepper or something. But in any case, we're going to go ahead, throw some bacon on. Before I even chop up the vegetables for the salad, I'm going to get this bacon on, get it started. It's going to take a little while. And so let's go ahead and get this on. There's something I like to do too. Once I get this on the grill, I use this big griddle. I can get a whole pack of bacon on it, which is fantastic. This is 16 ounces. A lot of the packages are 12 ounces now. Which sucks, but it is what it is. Price is everything, so they just keep downsizing everything, right? So let's get this, excuse me, we're going to get this bacon on here, get it grilling, and I'm going to show you a little secret that I do to help this cook be a little crispier, a little leaner. And I used to use just a regular old pan. And it fills up with bacon grease and splashes all over. Excuse me. All right, here we go. I've got the bacon on the griddle, burning my fingers, but it's all right. I'm going to spread this out, make sure we have good coverage. Okay, I have these two little blocks of wood. Okay, and what I do is I put them underneath the legs on this side, just to give it a little tilt. Here's my bacon grease pan. It catches it. Now I put it on an angle, and all the bacon grease just runs right off into the pan. And I get a little crispier bacon that way, and it gets rid of a lot of the grease, and it's easier to clean up everything. So we're going to let that go. I also utilize these screen splash guards, so we don't get bacon grease just flying all over the kitchen. All right, we're going to let that roll. I'm going to get chopping up the vegetables. Okay, here we go, folks. Looks like they're done. Nice and crispy. We can crumble it up, put it in the salad. It's not too crispy where it's super stiff. But here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this little paper towel here, and it soaks up some of the bacon grease. Pat that down, put another layer on top of that, and then we'll put the rest of this over here on this. Okay, awesome. There we go. Oh, I'm losing it. I lost one. Okay, that's fine. That's for the dog. So, all right, we pat it down. I like to pat it down here with a little paper towel. That way, it soaks up the bacon grease. We'll leave this one for the dog. All right, here's one thing I do to clean this up. I just go ahead and sorry for the noise, but hope it's not coming too loud in the video. So I just go ahead and take my spatula and kind of scrape all the chunks down. Take paper towel, fold it up. Easy way to clean the grill. You go ahead and just kind of hit it back and forth. And you can see, just do this, you can get a lot of the grease up this way. And then you don't have to deal with it in the sink trying to wash it and get everything off of it. And while it's hot, if you do this, it is so much easier to clean. This is obviously a Teflon, so it's non-stick. But you can see, it makes it easy. The other thing I do is the next step, and I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I get some wet paper towel. While this is hot, I still have it on. And I'll get some wet paper towel, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that with wet paper towel. And the water, starts to steam, and a lot of the grease just comes right off. It's beautiful. But I'm not going to bore you with the details. We're going to get to the salad now. Here we go, a little special surprise today. We're going to make a fantastic salad. And I do usually do this once a week. I go to the store, grab a bunch of vegetables, and here's what I've got. Tomatoes and mushrooms, carrots, zucchini, a cucumber, broccoli. It looks like Brussels sprouts. I got some radishes in there somewhere. There they are. I got some lettuce. I bought a head of iceberg. I usually go romaine or whatever, but everybody's getting sick on romaine, so I chickened out and got the iceberg. But I do have a spring mix I'm going to use. Throw some cauliflower in there and some celery. I also do some cheese and some nuts and some other things like that. But let me show you this salad. And I do it a little different than a lot of people. And everybody who usually has it says, well, man, fantastic. So let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get this, start to prep these vegetables. And we'll show you what's going to go down. Okay, folks, I've washed a bunch of vegetables here. And I'm going to show you what I do a little different than most people. You ever go to a restaurant and you get the house salad, or maybe you get the Caesar or the chicken salad, and you go there and you stick your fork into the salad and you pull up some huge piece of lettuce like that. And you're like, oh, so you got to grab the knife or whatever and start cutting it up. Well, this is what I do. I'm a fan of chopping up my salad, chopping up the pieces. I don't make them too small. You can buy those chopped salad kits, at the grocery store. I think they chop them up a little bit too small, but I like smaller pieces. And you can see, those are, I don't know, quarter size or give or take. But that's what I do. And that's just, some iceberg lettuce. You can do the same thing with romaine or any other type of, green, red, whatever, cabbage. This is a 50-50 spring mix. And I do the same thing there. I just give my knife every couple inches or so. I just go through and chop it. Not too much. Enough. Just to make it a little smaller. So I'm not pulling up huge bites. I don't like, to see my friends and family or myself grabbing some huge leaf and being awkward at the dinner table trying to, get it in their mouth. And I don't like to have them have to cut it, and I just kind of stir it up. All right, so that's that. Now I've got all kind of vegetables here. I'm going to do a little bit of broccoli. Now some of us, like the stems, I will chop them up very small, break up the little crowns a little bit. But when I get to the stems, I give it a really good chop, get them nice and small, and then just break up the stems a little bit. Okay, now we got some broccoli in there. Fantastic. I might do a little more. I'm going to pull off a couple more of these crowns. Oh, I had a couple already. So all four are going in. It's just the way it is. There's no rules. You can do whatever you want. You can put whatever ingredients in these salads you want. The biggest thing is I like the smaller portions. Don't be afraid to experiment. Okay, celery. A couple things I do with the celery is I cut them into smaller pieces. Then I do these skinny, lengthy ones. And then chop them up into little tiny little pieces. I'm not a huge celery fan, but I guess it's good for you. And so that's what I do. I do have a little secret. Is that at one point in my life, I was 288 pounds. I lost 50 pounds in 3 months. Eating salads, vegetables. I got rid of all my carbs. Just stopped with the pop and the pizza and the pastas. And I've kept it off for about 10 years, give or take. And I put about 30 pounds on over the last 2 years. And so here we are actually today's New Year's Eve. And I got some friends coming over, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this salad. I'm going to make a little New Year's Eve dinner. And yeah, I'm going to lose some weight. I'm going to go ahead and take this 30 pounds off. At least that's my goal. This is one way to do it. And I eat salads most of the time anyway. And I got a little cauliflower in here, and I just break it up into smaller pieces. You can do it any way you want with your fingers. I just use the knife. Get some cauliflower in there. All right, now here's something that most people don't do. I've got this is asparagus. And I just chop this up pretty small and fine. I don't get too far down into the trunk. It gets a little stiffer. Once you start getting into thicker pieces, I just get rid of that. But asparagus, it's all washed and cleaned. And some of my friends are like, what? And they had never had asparagus in their salads, but they all seem to enjoy it. I know I do. And so yeah, so we're going to get some more asparagus in there. And I just hit it real fast. Make it real small, bite size, easy. Get rid of the bottoms of the stems. A couple of these I can hit a little bit more. There you go. Here's something a lot of people don't use: Brussels sprouts. Now I've cleaned these. I like to take the bottoms off, which I didn't do. Some of these, and I'll just take them off really quick, get these little bottoms off, throw them in the garbage. Now these are like little tiny cabbages, these little Brussels sprouts. They're very leafy. And what I'll do is just hit them a couple times. I don't do a lot of chopping on these. Hit them just a couple times, because what happens is they break up into little pieces of leaf and they get in your salad, which is kind of interesting. So I'll slice them into slices, and then I'll hit them 90 degrees, chop those slices in half. And you'll see if you play around with them, the leaves all come apart and they do kind of break up on you. All right, so now we got some Brussels sprouts in there. Fantastic. Okay, all right. Now carrots. All right. They're a little harder to cut, but I go ahead and I chop them into shorter pieces like that. Now, once again, just like the celery, I just do little thin cuts, make them into like little stringy pieces, and then go 90 degrees and chop them into little tiny nuggets. Adds like a really cool little, little crunchy nuggets to the salads. Now at the end, I got a little surprise for you. A little different dressing than most people use. You might be interested in it. A little experiment. All right, these carrots take a little bit longer. And one last piece here. We'll get all these carrots in there. My motto is, if it's a vegetable, I'm going to put it in the salad. It's just, that's what I'm going to do. Might be a little unusual, but you know what? The more vegetables you have, the healthier you're going to be. So let's go ahead and sprinkle some color in there. Absolutely. There we go. Let's put this. All right, I got some more color. I like to use these. And not a lot of people use these as well, but these are radishes. And I'm just going to go ahead and slice these off into little tiny slices. Red and white. And these are actually delicious in the salad. Just make sure you wash everything. All these vegetables have been washed. Now, I made a comment about the romaine lettuce, but here in the United States, we've had, the last year ago, I've never seen it like this, but 2019, we have had recalls on romaine lettuce probably a dozen times this year. It's almost like every single month there's some romaine lettuce that's got listeria in it. And obviously the companies aren't washing it properly or mishandling it. I don't know. I don't even know what listeria is, but it doesn't sound good to me. I know it's some kind of bacteria and you get really sick on it. And I prefer not to have it. In fact, some lettuces you buy in bags, like that 50-50 mix, it literally says on there, no romaine used. That's how bad it's getting. I don't know why the romaine has such a problem, but... All right, there we have some radishes. All right. So who likes mushrooms? I like these little tiny portobellos. Wash them well, though. I wash them, let them dry a little bit, cut off the bottoms of the stems, and then I just slice these a little thicker than I do the other vegetables. Leave them in a little bit bigger chunks, but not large. You can see what I've got there, okay? I like to hit the stems a little bit more. The more desirable pieces are the caps, obviously, but I use it all. I haven't had any complaints. In fact, when I make these salads like this, most of my friends and family, they rave about it. And there we go. Now we've got a bunch of mushrooms I'm going to throw in there. Have a few more things to do as well. You see the zucchini here. Love zucchini. Real easy to chop. Once again, just like the carrots and the celery, I do it long ways. Now, I usually do this every Sunday. And I'll make a big salad like this, and it'll last me all week. Yeah, 4 or 5 days anyway. Once you start getting into 6, 7 days, it starts to get a little funky, but okay. And I just keep it in the fridge. I keep it sealed up real well. Okay, there we go. All right, take a look at this now. Now, what's a salad without tomatoes? So I got a bunch of cherry tomatoes. And don't forget what we made earlier, folks. That's right, here's the bacon. I'm going to chop up this bacon. Voila. It really adds a great flavor to any salad. Okay, I'm going to try to stir this up a little bit and give it a little toss. Let me get some, I'm going to get some utensils. Okay, I'm going to try to give this a little toss with these tiny little tongs, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. Grab some of the lettuce and things on the bottom, bring them up to the top. The small pieces will automatically just fall to the bottom. So you don't have to do it a lot, okay? Maybe I should have used a little bigger bowl, but we're going to be just fine. All right, we're going to do the, there's a couple other things that I like to add to these salads. And I don't know if you guys like feta cheese. But I've been finding this feta cheese in these packets of, they're 8 ounces, but the price is very inexpensive. I think this here is about $3 for 8 ounces. I challenge you to go find anything as cheap as that. And the flavor is really good. But what I do is I just break it up and crumble it myself. And I find it to be much cheaper. Some of these other brands that are already crumbled, $5, $6, $7 for 4, 5, 6 ounces. This is 8 ounces for about $3. I just lost my Rubbermaid Tupperware stuff. Yeah, and so what I'm going to do, I love feta cheese. Once again, just chop it up. I will warn you though, when you pull it out of the fridge, you should chop it fairly quickly, or it does start to sweat for some reason. It's cold in the fridge, and you pull it out, you take it out of the wrapper, it does start to get a little wet, like a sweat. There must be a lot of moisture in it. I'm not sure why it does that. So I pull it right out of the fridge and usually chop it right away, get it into a container, and there, voila, and there we go. I've got my own crumbled feta cheese. I love feta cheese. It's great on salads. There's a lot of Greek salads and other things. They use a lot of feta. And I just put it into a container, throw it in the fridge. It's good. All right. There we go. All right. So now that we got some feta cut, we're going to go ahead and sprinkle some of that in. Now you can never have too much cheese, or can you? Not in my opinion. Everything's better with cheese. But I try not to overload it. I can always add some later. That way when guests or family, friends, they don't like it, they don't have to have as much. Okay, I also like to throw in, I'm a cheddar fan as well, so I will grab a little cheddar cheese, throw that in there, okay. And once again, try to mix it in a little bit, but I'm going to leave most of it on top, just for the look. Get our tomatoes on there. I might want a few more tomatoes. Okay, let me grab some more tomatoes. Give them a little quick wash. Dry them real fast. I just use a roll method with my towel. Throw them on a towel, fold it over, roll them. Dry. Done. Okay, so there's that. Now, you might want to use some pine nuts. These are little sunflower seeds. So I like to put a little, some nuts in there as well. And voila, there you go. Fantastic salad. Looks amazing. Friends are going to love it. I'm going to love it. Let me show you a little something with the dressing that I do. Folks, here's the magic. I got my little salad in my bowl. Here's what I do. It's a little something I kind of discovered. A friend of mine, we were just playing around, experimenting. We actually made a mistake. Grabbed the wrong bottle, poured it on our salad after we had already had salad dressing on it. I'm a fan of Ken's Steakhouse Ranch dressing. So I'll put a little bit on my salad. Just drizzle it a little bit. Not a lot. Drizzle a little bit on there. Just get it all around. Okay? Check this out. By accident, we came across Zesty Italian, grabbed the wrong bottle, and accidentally did this. Just a little Don't soak it. You're probably thinking, what? It's fabulous. It's absolutely unbelievable. Go ahead and give that a try. I swear. And I just mix it up, get it all down in the bottom and whatnot. This is fantastic. It is absolutely fabulous. So you get the ranch flavor, but you also have that zesty Italian on top of it. And as long as you don't mix it up too much, you'll get little pockets of more Italian and other pockets of ranch. And it's to die for. I love it. Oh, yeah. But in any case, you can use any dressing you want, obviously. That's how I do my salads. I chop them up smaller. I put a lot of stuff in there. Sometimes I even go a little more, throw some more cucumbers and pine nuts and the dried cranberries and just about anything I can find at the store. I'll put it in there. And I'll be eating this all week. We're going to go ahead and probably eat half of it tonight or a quarter of it. And then the rest of it will be my lunch and dinner or whatever for the rest of the week. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. Give it a try. Try that Ken's Zesty Italian and ranch dressing mixture. It's really cool. It tastes great. Have a nice night. Okay, I finished my salad. That didn't take very long. It's only been a few minutes, but the salad is gone. I had my dinner already. But one thing I wanted to mention is something else I do. I'll grill chicken. Like if I have chicken breast, or I'll even do the dark meat, the legs and stuff. And I will go ahead and marinate that and grill it and go ahead and put it in my chicken and lay it on top. But here's something you can do in lieu of that. It's so simple. You get a can of chicken. You can buy those little 12 or 16 ounce cans of chicken like you find tuna. And I'll open that up and drain it. And I'll take it and put it in a pan. Just put the pan on medium high. Put a little oil in there. Throw the chicken in there. I'll kind of grill it. I'll stir fry it really fast. I'll throw some seasonings on it. Maybe a little teriyaki. It depends on what you want. But, salt and pepper is just fine. Maybe a little butter at the end just to give it a little flavor. Get that chicken in there stirred up and throw that on the salad. I'll use that canned chicken in a pinch. And otherwise, I'll do chicken breasts and I'll cut them up into strips. I'll marinate them in some oil and lemon and some herbs and things like that. And I'll go ahead and grill them up in a pan and put them on my salad as well. I didn't do that today, but that's something I normally do. Now I'm going to add a little bit more bacon to this. There was plenty of bacon in there for most people. I like a little extra bacon. So I'm going to take the rest of that bacon and add it to the salad. It just adds this great flavor. And plus, being that it's the black peppered bacon, the flavor is really, really potent and really stands out. So I'm going to add a little bit more to that. Okay, you guys have a great night.